Welcome to Kidsplaining.
I'm Jared and this is Peyton.
And today we're going to teach you how to play Deep Sea Adventure.
Deep Sea Adventure from Oink Games is a really fun push-your-luck treasure hunting game for 2 to 6 players. In Deep Sea Adventure, you're a group of underwater treasure hunters who are too cheap to rent your own submarines.
So you got together and rented one that had a surprisingly small air supply.
So everyone has to go down and collect as much treasure as they can before the air runs out. And if you don't make it back in time, you drop all of your treasure.
The game includes 2 custom dice, 6 explorer pieces, the submarine, the air marker, 16 blank chips, and a bunch of treasure chips. The treasure chips have dots on the back. The more dots, the more valuable it's likely to be.
To set up the game, you put the submarine where everybody can reach it and put the air marker on 25. The air marker shows how much air is left in the submarine. Next, you put all of the ruined chips in a line face down, starting with all of the 1-dot chips and ending with all of the 4-dot chips. It doesn't matter how you arrange them, as long as they are put in a single continuous line. Put all of the blank tokens off to the side for now.
Each person picks their explorer, then they put it on the submarine. Then they pick who goes first.
According to the rules, it's the last person to visit the ocean. If that's none of the players, roll the dice and the highest roll goes first. The game takes 3 rounds, and the goal is to get the most points. The round ends when the submarine is out of air. During the game, players roll the dice, move their explorer, collect treasure, and try to make it back to the submarine before air runs out.
You get points by bringing treasure back, but the more treasure you carry, the more air you use.
So you have to decide how risky you want to be when you're gathering treasure. You can only go back to the submarine once per round, and once you go back to the submarine, you can't go back out exploring until the next round. During their turn, the players do 4 things. First, reduce the air by the number of treasure chips you are currently holding. Stuff that you gathered in the previous rounds doesn't count. So if you are currently holding 3 tokens, you drop the air by 3. If this makes the air go below 0, you can still finish your turn. Next, you need to decide if you want to turn back or not. Once you've collected all the treasure you want, you have to turn around and head back to the sub. You have to tell the other players your choice before you roll the dice. You can only turn around once per round, so once you have turned around, you don't have to declare your choice anymore. If you roll the dice before you declare, you have to go the direction you're already facing. If you want to turn around, you need to actually turn your piece so it's heading back to the submarine. Then you roll the dice and move your piece by the number that you rolled. If you run to another player's piece, jump over it and don't count that jump as a move. Here's the catch. For each token that you're carrying, you subtract that from your dice roll. So if you're carrying 4 tokens and you roll a 5, 5 minus 4 is 1, so you only move 1 space.
And finally, you gather treasure.
When you stop on a treasure token, you can decide to leave it there or pick it up. But you can't look at it until it's back at the submarine. If you want to pick it up, replace it with a blank token. You can hold as many treasure tokens as you want, but remember, you subtract them from your moves, so be careful. If you have too much treasure and you're moving too slowly, you can drop 1 token if you land on a blank space token. Just swap the token you want to leave for the blank token.
After that, your turn is over. The round ends when everyone gets to the submarine or when the air runs out.
When the round is over, the players who made it back to the submarine look at their treasure tokens and add up their points. The players who didn't make it back drop all of their treasure tokens back down to the bottom of the ocean. Drop treasure gets put at the end of the line in stacks of 3. At the end of the round, you remove all of the blank tokens and close up the gaps, so the farther into the game you get, the shorter the path gets. In the next round, these piles of tokens that got dropped back into the bottom of the oceans are treated as 1 token, so if you pick up this pile, it only costs you 1 air. But you still get to score all 3 tokens when you get back to the sub.
After 3 rounds, the person with the highest score wins.
And that's Deep Sea Adventure. If you have any questions or if you have a game you want us to teach, leave us a comment.
Thanks for watching.
And be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss out on any of the great games we'll be teaching in the future.
See you later. Bye!